Hi, my name is Kimberly Richards. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you're new here, I pretty much talk about life and do makeup, but today's a little bit different. I'm not going to do makeup today. I'm really going to talk about some embarrassing moments in my life that I may regret talking about online. So it's kind of more like get to know me a little bit. So we'll just start off. I got a list here. We're going to go over all of them. So first embarrassing moment of my life, being scared of Chicken Little. Being scared of Chicken Little at 4 years old. Like, I was like 4 years old, and I remember I had these like consistent, reoccurring nightmares anytime I would watch Chicken Little. And in the nightmare, I would be sleeping in my mom and dad's room because I was having a lot of nightmares already in real life at the time. In the nightmare, I'd wake up and I would look at the TV and I'd see like a white spot in the TV, and then I'd see like Chicken Little's like head, and then I'd see Chicken Little walking out of the screen, which is really weird, but I would like see him walking out of the screen, and when he would walk up to me, he would start like pecking me, and I'd cry in the dream. And when I woke up, I actually had bruises on me, which was really weird. Maybe because I was a restless sleeper or something, I don't know. Because, you know, Chicken Little can't peck me. Like, that would be impossible. So yeah, that was the first one. And then same thing happened with Pingu. When I started watching Pingu, I started having nightmares. And I kind of get why I had nightmares about Pingu a little bit, just simply because Pingu had the circle like that he would like peek through. So I had nightmares about Pingu, and that actually makes a little bit more sense. So that was also a thing. Being 8 years old and not being able to go off the high dive at my community pool. So I lived like in this small town at this time, and everybody else my age was going off the high dive at the pool, because you had like the low dive, or what they called the low dive, which was like the smallest one, and then you had the like medium dive, which was like the second lowest, and then you had the high dive, which was like huge. And I got really nervous because I had a fear of heights. I low-key still do. I went on there. I was very nervous to go on there. My dad was trying to like talk me into it, and I was like, no, I don't want to do it. And then there was this older lady. She was like trying to convince me to go on it. She was like, if you go on it, I'll go to the concession stand with you, and I will get you whatever snack you want, your choice. And so I was like, okay, you know, that sounds nice. I want an ice cream cone. So I go up there. I try to go up there. I wait my turn. Once I get up there, when I tell you the literal amount of panic, I was so scared I would fall off, and because there was like, the railing stopped at a certain point, and on both sides, you could still fall onto the concrete. So I was scared that I'd fall off, and like slip and fall and die. So like, I was freaking out about that. I remember I cried and had a panic attack, and everybody was waiting for me to go. The lady guided me down. She had to come up there, guide me down, and then I remember she told me, she was like,
maybe you can go on it when you're a little bit older.
I still haven't gone on that high dive, and I never will.
I never ever will. I don't even trust community pools as it is. I don't like community pools. I will never trust community pools. They are nasty. It's gross. It's awful, and I will never ever trust a community pool. Being outed in 7th grade. Yeah, so this was like pre-transition. This is when I came out as a little gay kid, not by choice. I was friends with this one person. I'm not going to name names, but I was friends with this one person, and I told them who I had feelings for at the time. And you know, because I trusted this person. We're friends for like a year, and then we stopped being friends at some point because of just like, we just did not like clash well as friends. So next year, before I go on, that's not to say I didn't do anything wrong on my end, because I did a lot. We both had a part to play in that friendship ending. So that's not me avoiding accountability, because there are a lot of things that I did wrong in that friendship, and there are also a lot of things that that other person did wrong. So, but 7th grade comes, I'm like going in, you know, thinking it's going to be an okay year. Then that person starts telling everybody,
Hey, Kimberly likes this person, she's into this person, and she's actually, at the time, you know, it was like she's actually
Gay.
and so, you know, the whole school ran with that. They told everybody, like, I was outed, and so I was kind of forced out of the closet. I accepted it, I just dealt with it, and yeah, this is me now. Having a crazy manic episode in 2020. I'm not exactly sure what I went into it, but I remember I got really mad. I wanted to go see my friends, and, you know, there's a guy that I liked at the time. And my mom was very much like, I can't take you to your friends, because if I take you, then we're not going to have money to pay bills and stuff, because at that time we could barely afford to pay our bills, and let alone gas money and all that. So I literally just told her at that time,
I don't care.
obviously, no, looking back on it, that is not okay. Hello. So we're going to talk about my love life here a little bit. So this was 2020 also. This was March 2020. This was like a few, not even a few. This was about a week before school shut down and everything. I was talking to this guy, and from January to April 2020, and in March 2020, again a week before, it was March 6th. I remember the day because a lot happened that day. I got these hair extensions, and when they were very thin. My hair was too short, so they did not blend at all. And he was like, I told him about them. I was like, I got these hair extensions, blah, 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 because he asked how I was doing that day. And he was like, I want to see. So, you know, I'm just like, okay, cool, I'll show you. And I was like, let me get them installed, and then I will send a picture. Let me put them on, and I'll send a picture. And then he said, okay. And so I sent him a picture. I remember I was doing this in the photo. I was like, and, you know, because I had blonde hair, or like, not blonde hair, okay, I didn't have blonde hair at this time. My hair was still growing out, and it was like brown, and then the extensions were blonde. And I put them in, and they did not match at all. They did not blend. I remember his response. He said, cute. He was like, cute. If I could find a picture, I will insert it, but it was bad. It was awful. God awful. Like, it was not good at all. They did not look good. I regret sending him that picture. If he remembers that picture, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry that I traumatized you. I will pay for your therapy. I don't even have the money to pay for my own. What makes me think I can pay for his? So, like, yeah, he called them cute, and looking back on it, they were not cute. They were not cute at all. They did not look good. They did not blend. They were awful. So, like,
Fucking liar.
that man
Was a liar.
Okay, 2022. So, I went through a really bad breakup. And that's not, like, the embarrassing thing. Because I was in a manic episode, I literally grabbed, like, you know, the hair cutting shears, or like the things you shave your head with. I grabbed them impulsively, started shaving my head, like all of my hair off, and when I looked and saw it, I already started, so I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna finish it. I had to walk around for a month bald. For a whole entire month, I was
Bald.
It was not fun. It was awful, and it looked bad, and I will insert some pictures here. Making YouTube videos as a kid and saying,
Welcome back to my channel.
even though nothing was ever posted. We would never post a video. And we would, like, make, like, YouTube videos, and I say YouTube videos because we never actually did anything with them. We just made them. We filmed them on my tablet, and the quality was awful. And it was funny. We laugh about it now because we both said, welcome back to my channel, even though we never posted anything. So, like, people wouldn't even know who we are. They're like, welcome back to my channel. Nothing was ever posted. You wouldn't know that. Like, looking back on it, I'm just like, how stupid were we? How stupid were we? Like, this is just embarrassing. In kindergarten, I asked a kid, what bus do you ride? Because, you know, I was curious. And he said, oh, I'm a car rider. He was very, like, you know, casual about it. He was very nice about it. He was trying to be respectful. So, poor kid that I harassed. And keep in mind, I was like 5 years old at this time, and he was like 5. And I was like, and then he said, oh, I'm a car rider. Then I asked again, what bus do you ride? And then he said, I'm a car rider. And then I responded again. Yeah, but what bus do you ride? And then he said,
I'm a car rider.
and then I cried because I thought he was being mean. There was this person I was talking to, the same guy that I mentioned, who called my hair extensions cute.
Even though they were not cute.
Fucking liar.
I was out late. I went to this, like, church playground by my house that was open all hours of the night to the public, and I just wanted to chill out there because that's where I went to calm myself down. And I told him I was out, and I remember him being like,
why are you out so late?
he didn't say it like that. He was like, why are you out so late? Like, he just wanted to know and was very protective of me and didn't want anything bad to happen to me. Like, I know that now, but at the time I was like,
Oh, he's mad at me. He hates me. He's done with me. He's gonna unadd me.
he doesn't like me, and I had all these negative thoughts, even though that was far from the truth. I learned that later, and I may regret talking about all these things later, especially my childhood fears. I feel it's important to be open and honest with my subscribers, and building a following, it's important to be real and authentic and not put up this persona. But yeah, that's pretty much it. If you like this video, like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like it,
Please don't comment. Please don't like. Please don't subscribe.
I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. My Instagram and Twitter and TikTok will be in the link below, or they'll be listed down below in the description. I will upload Friday. I'm back, and I'm gonna be consistent. I know I keep saying that, but I'm gonna be consistent. I have things to talk about now. I have video ideas finally. So, we're so back.